What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls pregame. Coming to you live here from our studios here in the West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter, Bulls_Peck. My guy pouring himself a nice tall glass of water. Big Dave, bow. BAWL Sports. Our pal producer, Joey Spathis, back with us on the controls.
Hey, Joey.
Will the Goat Gottlieb at the UC tonight. We will hear from him in postgame.
Haircut?
Yeah, today.
Nice.
Wow. Look at you.
Nice.
So observant.
That's what I do. It's one of my gifts. One of my gifts, baby.
Shout out everybody hanging out in the YouTube comments. Hit that thumbs up button if you're hanging out with us live. Bulls, Raptors, regular season series finale tonight. Bulls have taken 2 of the first 3.
Yes.
Bulls won the most recent contest between these two teams back on January 18th, which was after the OG and Anunoby trade, after the Siakam trade. Vooch feasted in that game with the Raptors playing pretty small. We'll touch on that a little bit later. Before we get to the bad news, Big Dave, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. Like, you saw me pouring my glass of drink. My man Joey's here. My man Ryan's over there.
Dude, Ryan Herrera, CHGO Cubs,
appearances.
hanging out with us late night, folks.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what he's still doing here.
And not even just waiting for traffic to die down, like actually just doing work and stuff like that.
Dude's
man.
got his earbuds in.
Yeah,
he's plugged
chilling.
in. He's working.
He's doing. It's good to see you, man. Ryan don't. Is that a hashtag?
The grind don't
Grind
stop.
don't stop.
No, I'm gonna say Ryan don't stop. That's what I'm gonna say. That's the hashtag, baby. Ryan don't stop.
Just meld them into the rind don't stop.
Ryan. It all works. We'll put it together. Joey gonna get you a graphic. You're gonna be on point.
Ryan's got a lot of courage because when Matt is telling him which beers suck, he is able to say, "No, I like that one." Whereas
he didn't back down.
Whereas me,
It takes courage.
like yeah. So if Matt's like Miller Lite sucks,
Dave tells me to shut up all the time.
I'd be more like, "Oh yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot. That Miller Lite sucks, obviously." But Ryan over here, he is very opinionated.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
But Ryan is one of a zillion examples of young people having dumb opinions.
Ooh, Ryan said okay. Ryan said all right. He gave you the Denzel.
he's gonna get his shots
He
back
gave him
in
the
tomorrow.
Denzel. Okay.
On the Cubs pod.
I mean, old boomers have dumb opinions too. Let's be clear about that.
But Matt hates young people though.
I hate young people, to a lesser extent, also old people,
Much less
because they ruined the world that we're all living in.
That's a very fair point. But the young people aren't helping it.
They're not helping it with their fucking TikToks.
Oh man, yeah, Joey. Hope you can draw some of that quote unquote courage and tell Matt your opinion.
Joey should always feel able and willing to stand up to me, in my opinion.
I do share my opinions, but
It's just Matt.
usually not about beer. About beer is something I trust Matt's opinion on. So if he says it's trash, I'm like, maybe I got to take a closer look.
I say you should trust your own opinion, man. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it.
Fair enough. That's also
Matt
good.
to suck it if he
Yeah,
if he don't
exactly.
agree. Like,
That's a pretty good point.
Also,
live.
my intimidation and degradation, factors and etc. Like, I'm a blowfish. I yell a bunch of stuff and I talk a big game, but
To be fair, I don't want to put that on you. You would
just
never.
swat me.
You are very, you have your opinions, but you are accepting of others. So even if you are very quick to say that they are wrong and trash, you are permissive of other opinions. So I don't want to put that on you.
We compared you to.
Depends, but yeah.
Like what treat we used to compare you to. Me and you came up with you're like a hard outside, but like really gooey and soft on the inside. Kind of
Like instead of an everlasting gobstopper, I'm one of those remixed chewy gobstoppers. Still really hard on the outside.
Right.
But if you get through that hard shell exterior,
Like,
I'm gooey. I'm gooey. Young Reezy said Joey drives a van. He should have more confidence. You drive a van, Joe?
No,
You know, we tell them they got.
No, you guys did this.
Oh, that's right.
You did this.
Yeah, we did do this.
I was like, I've been in Joey's car. That's not a man. Shout out to Adam and Ann and everybody hanging out in the comments. Adam, thanks for the compliment on the sweater. Also, Dave, you got a compliment on your sweater from Rig Ski Man.
Oh, shout out.
Feeling that hoodie. Classic.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I like the darker toned red on that.
Yes, I saw it and I put it on today. And I wore my Bulls jacket too because I couldn't find my other one. So
Look at you wearing a jacket.
all Bulls up.
Wearing jeans.
Yeah. Oh man, I saw
I
somebody
feel like
in
it was
shorts.
borderline too hot today for
Dude.
you to be wearing pants.
I saw somebody in shorts on the way over here and immediately got upset. And I was like, I missed my opportunity.
Immediately regret this decision.
But I did see the weather for the rest of the week. And oh my goodness, I think they're coming back. I think they might make an appearance in January. Oh, they might make an appearance.
Love it.
I'm very excited about this.
Love it.
Let's do it.
I like Anthony in the comments pointing out that maybe the van that Joey owns is the van that's down by the river. I will always appreciate a good Matt Foley shout out.
Down by the
Let's be honest, that's me in like maybe 3 or 4 more years.
pretty much.
I'm already looking at used vans on Auto Trader.
I'm gonna say.
Hey, Ray Chevy, do you have any used vans I can take a look at?
Hook 'em up, Ray.
All right, so we do have some bummer news to address out of the gate here. We got an update on Patrick Williams from Bulls PR earlier today, and the update went as follows. Patrick Williams has been diagnosed with acute bone edema in his left foot. He will immediately begin a period of active rest and be reassessed in approximately 2 weeks. So this is this weird, we weren't quite sure what was going on injury with Pat. Saw him in a walking boot of some kind on their road trip finale on Sunday night. I did a little research, Dave, because I'm not a medical expert by any means, on what bone
Edema.
acute bone edema means. And I am scared by what I found.
Okay.
So acute bone edema, or a bone marrow edema, which is interchangeably the same thing, often referred to as bone marrow lesion, occurs when fluid builds up in the bone marrow. Bone marrow edema is typically a response to an injury such as a fracture or conditions such as osteoarthritis. Bone marrow edema usually resolves itself with rest and physical therapy. There you go with the Bulls saying period of rest with Pat. A little bit more science medical jargon. Non-operative treatments of symptomatic BME include partial or complete non-weight bearing, more Patrick is just going to take a load off for the next 2 weeks, or the administration of pharmacological treatment based on non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, biphosphonates, and monoclonal antibodies.
Okay.
Also, something called zoldronic acid can be recommended for relieving joint pain in specifically athletes and reduce their recovery time by 50% so that high-performance players can resume training.
Okay.
A lot of medical jargon. Scared Bulls fan. I don't know. We'll see what happens when they reevaluate him in 2 weeks, but this is not encouraging, in my opinion.
It's not good, but let me tell you what is encouraging. Is it happened to Patrick Williams, and one thing we always called him was a mutant, the Wolverine, because of his healing powers. Remember, this is the dude who broke his wrist and was like, he's out for the year and was back in about 5 months playing and finished the season. We didn't think he would be back to finish any part of the season, and he was back playing. So I think if this is going to happen to anybody, he's the one. You kind of felt like some kind of injury was like this. Well, let me speak for myself. I felt like some injury like this was coming for him after he played the 82 games. Because I'm like, there's no way you're going to go again and do this again. And I just felt like it was going to be a wear and tear on him some kind of way. And here it is. Yes, I like the fact that it can get better with rest and not something that requires surgery or something like that. So that gives me promise right there. So, yeah, get him some drugs. Allow that man to rest. I'm glad they got him in the walking boot early. That was the first thing they did for him. Patrick did not want to do it. He cursed when he said it, which was awesome to hear. He didn't want to put that boot on, but I'm glad they got him in the boot and they got on top of this early and didn't just say, oh, shit. You know, because in the past, we've seen the Bulls say, oh, shit.
Right.
We didn't know that. Let's do something else. So Happening to Patrick Williams and the way I've seen him heal. Hey, Julia. Saying the way I've seen him heal up, that gives me a little hope right there.
And, you just kind of pointed out that the Bulls medical staff and the Bulls PR team and how they handle updates and announcements about what's going on medically with some of their players that are dealing with injuries has never been looked on very confidently or assuredly by Bulls Nation. I think it's fair to say that.
Sure.
Bulls fans over the years, and for due cause, have been skeptical anytime we hear injury updates about anybody because we've been bait and switched and hoodwinked and flat out lied to. Yes. Anthony saying, I'm not a doctor either, but don't really believe anything Bulls PR or doctors say. Could have sworn they said it was week to week with a certain player named Lonzo Ball, and that was 2.5 years ago.
And see, this is where pain comes from.
Exactly. This is where Bulls fan skepticism comes from when we hear updates about players, especially with like weird injuries like this that are not so clear cut. It's like, oh, this player's having arthroscopic knee surgery. Here's the timetable. Or this player has a high ankle sprain. Here's the timetable. It's weird stuff like this when Bulls fans start to get worried. The updates from Billy when he met with the media pregame, including our guy Wildigo Galib, there's no specific timetable on Patrick's return. The hope is that he will be back coming out of the All-Star break.
Right.
So basically, that sounds like the Bulls are shutting him down for I think they've got maybe 8 or 9 games remaining between now and that All-Star break, which is the week following trade deadline, which is a week from Thursday. So the hope is that they will see Patrick Williams to return to active play coming out of the All-Star break a little less than a month from now.
Okay. I mean, that's what we want to hear and that's what we want to see. Let him rest. Give him his weeks off, to heal up. Like I said, I'm just encouraged at the fact that he doesn't have to go under the knife. It's something that just gets better with rest and medicine. So, yes, I'll take that over him going under the knife and then missing some time. I'm okay with that. Of course not. It doesn't sound great. It doesn't sound awesome. And he's obviously pissed about it, because he can't be out there on the floor doing what he wants to do and doing what he loves to do.
Yeah.
And in a contract year. So, it sets that back also. But at the same time, like I said, his healing powers have shown to be really, really good. He's still a young guy who has that in him.
Was it, his second season where he got injured early and
like I said, hurt the wrist. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden ruled him out for the season, and I was like, just kidding.
Yeah,
and then he played like the last dozen games of that season. So,
he did. So
we'll see. But the point you just made about it sounds like no surgery is needed, based on the limited, not a doctor but actually a dumbass research I did today. It didn't sound like surgery was one of the proposed routes you could take with athletes to fix this, and it was rest and pharmaceutical approaches.
Rest and drugs.
But it did also say that it could be an injury as a result of a fracture, and that's the part that scared me, because I was like, is this just a small fracture somewhere in one of the bones in Pat's foot that they haven't found yet with any of their X-rays or MRI or whatever the hell they're doing? I think it was our guy Fish in the comments who pointed out that these initial tests and scans, whatever, were done while the Bulls were on that road trip. So maybe we'll see some more updates in the next week or two while he is officially ruled out, to see if they find anything other than this weird bone marrow inflammation stuff that they talked about today. Silver lining. Give me all the Julian Phillips.
There it is. This is what I was waiting on. This is what I was waiting on.
Julian Phillips minutes. This Bulls team that top to bottom on the roster, 1 through 15, is a small roster.
Yeah.
You're limited on wings and power forward size players.
Yeah.
Patrick Williams is one of them. So Billy's going to have to play plenty of Billy small ball, but we saw his willingness. Night, Ryan.
Bye, Ryan.
Make better life choices. Lean on one of his, younger, more inexperienced, but has some of that size that this Bulls team is sorely lacking. Yes. Players like Phillips, who played 20-plus minutes in their game off the bench the other night.
Yeah, I'm excited. I know you're excited to watch him. We don't have to say that. But I'm definitely excited to watch him, and the fact that he gets his time. Like, the timing of it is really good. Just coming off a good performance. And, Bulls fans, all it takes is a little sliver for them to say, I don't know, guys. This guy should be in the starting lineup playing 30. So the fact that he played well, it's like, great. Now let's go do it again. And now that just means more for him. And it means more for Dalen Terry, too. getting an opportunity out there because I do want to see those two guys out there together because they have some kind of chemistry I just really want to look into. But Julian Phillips, man, he's going to get that work, especially against Toronto, a team with just full of wings and dudes who are 6'7" and long.
And wings and wangs. All right, let's take a quick break. Shout out a couple sponsors real quick. Then we'll come back and take a closer look at tonight's matchup between the Bulls and Raptors. Also real quick on the injury front, Torrey Craig still dealing with that plantar fascia injury, has been doing more activity, not full 5-on-5 scrimmage kind of stuff yet at any of the Bulls practices or shoot-arounds, but Billy Donovan, meeting with the media pregame, said he's moving closer and closer to playing. Won't play tonight, won't play tomorrow. Outside shot maybe that we will see him somewhere in their, maybe their Saturday game? Still probably not, but basically the gist of it was ramping up and doing more physical activity.
Yeah.
So good news on that front. While we are shouting out our sponsors, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button if you're hanging out with us on YouTube. We appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. Pre-game tonight brought to you by our friends at Circa Sportsbook, offering the tight money line splits and that wonderful low hold model, always striving to have those starting out odds for game spreads, point total over-unders at -110 rather than pushing them to fit 115 or 120 like many other sports bettors do. They also keep as little money as possible on large market bets. If you got a good idea for who's going the distance in the NBA playoffs this season and want to get a bet in on that now, best place to do that with the best values is at Circa. They also have unparalleled customer service. We know this. Real people behind the Circa Sports brand who resolve issues in a timely fashion. They are the same wonderful staff that run the main Circa Sportsbook in that Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. We've been there. We've vouched for it.
Yes.
Wonderful staff, incredible people who do a great job. Download that Circa Sports Illinois app at circasports.com/Illinois-app to sign up today. Be on the lookout for their events, watch parties, and tailgates. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-426-2537. Text GAMB to 833-234 or visit areyourreallywinning.com.
Matt Peck, what time is it?
Get down, hoop!
You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all your sports, music, comedy, and theater events nearest you with those killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying those tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It is not the place. No. It is the place to find last-minute seats, find exclusive flash deals, and sponsored deals on tickets to football, hockey, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and much, much more. And with the zone deals, you pick the section, and Game Time does the selecting with an average savings of, drumroll Matt Peck, 18%. And Game Time guarantee means you will always, and I mean always, get the best price possible. So take the guesswork, y'all, out of buying those tickets with Game Time. All you need to do, download that app, create an account, and use this code CHGO. You will get your wonderful self $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem that code CHGO, $20 off is what you will get. Download Game Time today. Last minute ticket, lowest price guarantee. This is Joey Spathis. What time is it?
You're down, hoop.
All right, tonight's contest, Bulls, Raptors. Bulls starting five has been announced. It is what we've seen since Pat went out, in addition to Zach LaVine's absence, Kobe White, Ayo in that starting lineup, Caruso, DeRozan, and Vooch. For the Raptors, meanwhile, they are dealing with some serious injury problems themselves. R.J. Barrett, who, of course, arrived midseason in that trade with the Knicks, along with Emmanuel Quickley, both out. Ew. Barrett out with a knee, Quickley still dealing with a thigh contusion that's kept him out of the last couple of games. And Jakob Poeltl, Jakob, still out dealing with an ankle. So this is a very shorthanded Raptors team, kind of the same situation that these two teams were in when they played just a week and a half or so ago. You're looking favorably at tonight's game as you're at home, back home after a 3-game road trip, playing a shorthanded Raptors team that's basically steering its way towards the bottom right now after those sell-offs of not only Anunoby but Pascal Siakam. Raptors starting lineup tonight, you got Schroeder and Gary Trent Jr. in the backcourt. You got Bruce Brown, Scotty Barnes, and Bulls legend Thaddeus Young
Ooh,
getting
nice.
a start.
Nice.
No offense to our dear old departed pal, Thad Young.
Mm-hmm.
That should tell you just how much of a desperation mode the Raptors are in with their available players.
Yeah.
That old man Thad getting a start.
I will say that's still a solid starting five. But
I've seen worse.
It does let me
Hello,
know.
Wayne Selden Jr.
Hello. It does let me know that bench is depleted, though. Like when Thad is getting the starting gig, I'm curious about who's on the bench. You know what I'm saying, for this team tonight. We'll find out together, ladies and gents.
They're about to call up Joey on a 10-day.
Yeah, oh, man. Hey, Spathis he got 6 fouls, man. 6 hard fouls is what you're going to get out of Joey Spathis. But I think the Bulls play very well against the Raptors at home. I believe, I can't remember who had this statistic, but it's been a while since the Bulls have lost to the Raptors at home. It's been a minute. So hopefully that trend continues. I mean, the Bulls have injuries too, dealing with Patrick. We're going to be putting a rookie out there, seeing what he can do, and putting the second-year guy out there in Dalen Terry, seeing what he can do. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully Kobe White can continue doing what he's been doing. Please remember the Kobe White, Dennis Schroeder little rowdy down that they had last time. I ain't forgot that, so I hope Kobe ain't forgot that. That should be fun to watch too. Bulls killer Gary Trent Jr. is out there. Scotty Barnes usually plays very well against the Bulls because he's playing Patrick Williams. So with Patrick out, I'm curious to see how that goes this time. Not to say he's not a good player against everybody. He just has a little more oomph when he's playing against Patrick.
And in the comments said, Scotty Barnes will try to torch us. Hopefully we keep a big on the floor. I mean, Billy does have a healthy Vooch and a healthy Drummond at his disposal tonight. You anticipate regular rotation there. Scott in the comments said, this is going to be one annoying Dennis Schroeder show. It'll be interesting to see if he and Kobe have a little, additional chapter of their scuff from recently. I love this joke from Colin. Shorthanded Raptors. Aren't all Raptors shorthanded?
Hey, yo!
Oh, Raptor arms.
Hey, yo! Oh, that's a dad joke, baby.
That is a dad joke. He's not wrong.
That's a dad joke right there.
He's not wrong.
Well done, sir.
Santhi Long wants to see Scotty Barnes go up against Julian Phillips tonight.
I do too.
Tee him up, Julian.
I'm very excited to watch that kind of matchup right there. Whoever your best player is, especially if it's a wing, I'm excited to see Julian Phillips get that opportunity, man. So that should be fun. Also interested to watch Vooch because, like you mentioned before, Matt, Vooch goes off against the Raptors, especially when it's not Jakob Poeltl out there.
Right.
When it's a smaller dude, when Vooch is bigger than you, he dominates. That's how it goes.
So, we all know, and we talked about it in our game Sunday, even in a Bulls win, the fact that Vooch went over behind the three-point line that night, shooting under 30% from three this season. Our good friend Doug, who tolerates our kind of sometimes friends here at Fred, has been on the warpath on Twitter recently.
Friend. That's my friend.
Telling us all of the different statistical ways in which Vooch sucks.
Yes.
And he's having a tough year. But in specific instances, Vooch can still have himself a game.
Yeah.
When the Bulls and Raptors played each other on January 18th and the situation was the same, they had traded Siakam, Poeltl was out. Vooch had 24, 14, and 7 dimes.
Sure did.
Also 2 blocks and a steal.
Yes, he did.
This version of Vooch is the one where you're like, well, we're paying him. Can we get this version of this guy every once in a while?
Yeah.
Tonight, the script is there for it to be another dominant Vooch night.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, when he's taller than you, he will dominate you because that way he can use the skills that he has. Posting you up inside, hitting you with that up and under, that little elbow jumper that he likes to shoot. Like it feels like more is available to him in his game when he's playing against a smaller guy or maybe a guy his same kind of height. They don't have a center out there like that, and if you're running Thad Young out against him, he'll eat. He's gonna eat against him, man. So I expect Vooch to play well. Hopefully they go to him early and often, and he continues to produce. I don't know what he's gonna look like behind the 3-point line. Not looking forward to finding out, but I am looking forward to watching him in the paint score some points. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Jeff Crook in the comments saying, just get those post-entry passes. They've been doing better with that, but still room for improvement.
Yeah.
That is accurate.
Yeah.
The other thing about that game, the win over Toronto Jan 18, is obviously a monster Vooch game. DeMar also paced the Bulls. He also, along with Vooch, finished with 24 points in that one. Yeah. You always know that DeMar wants to get up for a game against Toronto.
Very true.
Very true. All of the history there. Mm-hmm. And it was not a great game for the Bulls bench. I think Ayo had one of his many recent solid performances. Ayo was, I think, a plus 10 or plus 11 off the bench that night. Everyone else off the Bulls bench that night did not do well. The Bulls' second unit got torched by the Raptors bench, which is a little surprising considering how shorthanded they are. Right. But it was, Vooch and DeMar both had a game-high plus 23 for the Bulls in a game in which they only won by 6. There was a little bit of that, screwing around in the fourth quarter kind of stuff. Maybe it wasn't as close as that final score looked, but, your two key guys, Vooch and DeMar, having plus 23 in a game you only win by 6.
Yeah, that's true. And AK brings up a good point. Drummond should feast tonight. You're right. Drummond should feast on those boards. He really should. A double-double should come for Andre Drummond because they just don't have the size to keep up with that big-ass person that's going to be in there doing his thing. But, yeah, even if they win by 6 or win by 16, I just want the W. Just keep that rolling because – you got another one tomorrow. I don't care that it's the Charlotte Hornets. You got another one tomorrow.
Well, and that's the thing as far as winning by 6 or 16, because it is the front end of a back-to-back tonight. If you can. And we know Billy won't because he has a problem with this. What was that game recently when they beat the Grizzlies by like 1 billion? Yeah. And he had Kobe and DeMar out there in the the second half of the fourth quarter.
He called a timeout and still brought him back in.
What are you doing,
And then during that first possession, he brought people off the bench instead of just taking them out of the game. It made no sense at all. Billy's a madman sometimes. My God.
Look, but front end of a back-to-back.
Yeah.
Build yourself a lead. Don't dick around and lose most of that lead like they did on Sunday night when they let a 11-point halftime lead dwindle down to a 1-point lead going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Can you keep a 20-point lead into the fourth?
We'll see.
And actually, you know what? Make it a 30-point lead.
Sure.
So that you have to say, if you're Kobe White, hey, Billy, I'm leading the freaking league in minutes right now. I'm freaking exhausted. Can I sit this fourth quarter? Because we got to play again tomorrow.
No. We need you. We need you out there. No. I don't know, man. Yeah, he's right. Hopefully that's the case.
I am disinclined to acquiesce to your request.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully that's the case. They get out there. You are silly, and they're able to do that. But man, I don't know, man. Billy's crazy. We'll see what he does.
Ant with a bold prediction in the comments. He's saying either Ayo or Kobe going for 30 tonight. I would love to see either of those things.
Dude, yeah, I would love to see Ayo just continue.
Ayo dropping 30. I'm running through a wall.
Yeah, man. Let Ayo continue doing his thing. He's been awesome. Hopefully he comes off the bench or starts, wherever way to go and do it. So, yeah, I'm interested to see.
I am taking, I've put a couple bets in tonight. I was saying from Bulls betting, for a while, other than like live bets in games when they're leading and I make certain choices. But I'm betting on Vooch having a big game tonight because all of the context of tonight's game points to him having a big game. I'm also taking the over on Kobe assists tonight.
Yeah.
He's been racking up 7, 8, 9. I think he had 9 or 10 in their win on Sunday.
Yeah.
I love watching Kobe facilitate and distribute recently.
Yes, it's been fun. I don't think I'm underestimating the Raptors there though. Like we said, man, outside that starting lineup is a really good one. And they usually play the Bulls very well. Like I said, Trent is a Bulls killer. So I just want to keep an eye on that. But the Bulls, I want them to win by 30 because we want the rest.
Underestimating, yes, I guess it's fair to say never underestimate anybody. That's why the phrase trap game exists. The Raptors have lost 5 in a row. They've lost 9 of their last 10. And in their last 15 games, they are 23rd in the NBA in net rating, negative 4.3. No excuse. No. On your home floor, where the Bulls have played well, much better than they played on the road this season, against this opponent that's this shorthanded, 0 excuses. You want me or anyone out there in Bulls Nation to start actually taking you seriously, Bulls? Win this game by 20. End of sentence.
Let me add to that sentence. Just win. I just want the W. The W is necessary. Joey, you wanted to say something?
Jake agrees with me. Win by 30.
Yes. Did I want to say something?
Yeah.
I wanted to say that I am making my return to the sled.
Patrick Williams, first bucket. Oh, wait.
Kobe White, first bucket, plus 800.
Wow.
Lock it
Plus
in.
800?
Wow.
Dude, Kobe
Now.
to the rack.
Wow, Jake's face is like, what the hell?
Kobe to the rack, or
I don't know,
Kobe
Jake.
off a flare screen at the elbow.
He is the
Catch and shoot
lowest.
three.
He is the highest odds, the longest odds of any Bull tonight in the starting lineup.
Okay.
That doesn't quite make a ton of sense to me.
He has higher odds as first bucket than Io or Caruso.
Io is like second overall. I don't know what they're seeing.
It's because he scored the first 0.8 seconds of the game on Sunday off the tip-off. That's wild, though. That's
very
truly
wild.
wild.
Also, Jake just came over and showed me that our takeover is all sold out.
Hey.
Let's go!
Listen.
I did see that officially today, our friends Ramina and Melissa joined the party. They're
Yeah.
coming to the takeover.
Yeah.
They're probably bringing their own little mini party with them to
Yeah.
our party.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who got a ticket to our takeover on
Correct.
February 6th. A week
Correct.
from tonight.
A week from tonight.
Let's go.
Yes. I put the call out and everybody responded. If
Dave calls-
I'll say it like that. I put the call out and everybody responded, man.
If Dave calls,
I still had a couple
pick
people.
up.
There's still a couple people who were waiting. I told them you might not want to wait. You better hurry up and get them. And yeah, we'll see. I hope you got your tickets.
it's a good time.
Hope
It's
you
a good
got your
time.
tickets, man.
Also, we yesterday officially locked down our pregame spot.
Yes.
It will be good old Crossroads right across the street. A great spot for Chicago sports fans to hang out before games, after games.
Yeah.
Jake, we're going to hang out at Crossroads starting at 5:30 and then take that Crossroads shuttle over to the Madhouse. That the plan?
Yeah.
That's the plan, y'all.
Yeah. I
Come
tell you
hang
what,
out.
Alexis and y'all, if you missed out on the tickets, just come hang out with us at Crossroads then.
Just come hang out at
Come
Crossroads.
hang out at Crossroads.
Also, we are already working on our next watch party
Boom.
after the takeover,
Part
which
two.
you'll be hanging out at a bar watching the game somewhere.
That's right.
So if you can't come or you missed out on our available tickets for a takeover next Tuesday,
Yes.
plenty more events down the road. Come hang out.
I told you, Strick. Strick, I told you. I told you to get on it, man. Like, hey, man. The call went out. I'm just telling you. I hit the button and the call went out, and I told you. Get on them, man.
Early bird gets the worm,
You
y'all.
gotta get it, man. Bulls fans are serious,
You know
baby.
what's not sold out yet?
What's that?
Our Sub-Zero T.
Hey,
Available now in the CHGO
segue.
merch locker.
Joey, give him the photo.
Grab yours.
Bam.
Boom.
Right there. Look at that thing. Not
Not
sold out yet.
yet.
It is sold out in 3X.
Don't wait.
The big fellas are sold out. But also, it is Kobe White brother approved.
There you go.
He likes it very much. So, yes, it is approved. So, yeah, man, get you a shirt before it sells out. Do not wait.
Don't wait.
Let this be a lesson. Do not wait. Get this stuff now, guys. Bulls fans are everywhere, all right? And the stuff is dope, all right? So, please, get you your shirt and then come hang out with the takeover. When the watch party happens, come hang out there, man. Because, hey, we Bulls fans and we want to hang out with y'all.
Love hanging out with y'all, Bulls Nation. Thanks for tuning in to pregame 7:04 Central Time. Tip
see you,
off
Jeff.
right around the corner.
see you.
We will be right back here in these very chairs for CHGO Bulls postgame. We'll hear from our guy Will to Go from the Madhouse during postgame tonight. Hit that thumbs up button at some point while you're watching the game tonight. Grab yourself a Sub-Zero t-shirt, and we'll talk to you. Also, I think I'm going to hop in the Discord tonight, see what's going on with y'all Bulls fans
Should
there.
we do a halftime Discord thing? That's what I was gonna maybe say.
A hootie what?
A halftime Discord.
Oh.
Like update. I feel like that might be a good natural time to check in with some of the diehards. Or we could also do it after the post game, but that's a little bit later on.
Like
So
where your head's at, Joe.
I was actually gonna say something, but defer to you guys.
You just said something. So.
Well, I was gonna say something in the Slack group.
Oh, okay.
about it, but,
Okay, got you.
Now I just said it out loud.
Joey's practice, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, y'all. Ball night, Bulls, Raptors. Enjoy the game. We'll talk to y'all for post game. Ta-ta.
Peace.